are those that ask the question, if God is so good and so loving, why does he allow people to suffer? Why does he allow them to even die? His crowning achievement, his creation, the very ones he made from the dust of the earth. Well, it's because of the consequences of sin. Physical death is a consequence of sin. We saw where man died spiritually by being cast out of the very presence of God, but man will ultimately die physically. We see in Genesis, the 5th chapter, that there were those that lived very long lives, but in the end, they died. Paul explains in Romans chapter 5, 12 through 14, that by one man sin entered the world, that was Adam. And death came as a result of sin. And death spread to all men because all men sin. The Hebrew writer says, it is appointed for men to die once, but then comes the judgment. Well, this caused man to be afraid. Some do everything in their power to live long lives, to keep from dying. Yet it is the fate of mankind. But how do we overcome this fear? Well, Jesus said in Revelation chapter 1, 17, I am he who was dead and is now alive forevermore. And I hold the keys of death and Hades. He says that we should not be afraid of those things over which he has the power. He has the power over death and the grave. And if we trust him, if we follow him, we don't have to be afraid, because ultimately, just as Jesus was raised from the dead, so shall those who follow him. What a blessing and what a hope for those. Jesus endured physical death. He also had to endure being separated from his Father, that time of darkness and lack of communication while he was on the cross. He did this so that we can have this hope. Do you trust him? Will you follow him? Or are you going to continue to be afraid? The answer comes from you.